Good morning and welcome to Cat Lady Yoga with Regina, Phoebe, and Snuggles. Phoebe's right there. Snuggles will be here momentarily. We are going into a little practice today, probably about 30 minutes long, that will bring benefit to our shoulders, neck, and back. So in December, had a shoulder surgery, and so I'm actually still in recovery. And I would like to offer this to you simply because it's what I'm doing to help myself. Need to open up through the shoulders and the chest from spending so much time in the sling and just kind of contracting in, and then to find some length through the spine and open up the neck, the front of the throat, and then into the neck. Some of those areas that have been in a place of confinement and restricted while in recovery. So we are going to begin in a supine bridge. And this can be accomplished in a number of ways. So we do want it to be supported, and you can support with bed pillows, blankets, anything like that. I'll show you with the blanket. You don't, again, if you haven't watched the intro video, you can go and hit pause on this video and then go watch that because it offers you an explanation of the various props. So this is a yoga blanket. You can use any blanket you have. You can use this. You can use a bolster or a meditation cushion, a block of some kind if you have that. But for today, I'll show you with this. So let me get it in place. So what you'll be doing is placing it behind the hips, down in the what we call the sacrum area. Not up on the back, not on the spine or the ribs, but down below, closer to the glutes, the booty. So bring this down. Be at an angle for you so you can see from this side. This, you'll press into the feet with your knees bent. Take your support under your sacrum and allow the knees to either remain bent, or you can, if it feels right with time, you can extend one leg, take a moment, make sure your back feels well. Then you can switch to the other. If you have something close by, like I have this meditation cushion, I'm going to extend my legs one at a time on the cushion and keep the opposite foot on the cushion. It just gives me a little extension without as much pull on my low back. And then I put this pillow under me. I don't really want a pillow, but since I'm off the mat, I was looking for something. But when you use a pillow or anything under the head, you need to be mindful of the neck, that you keep it long. And with our goal being to reach into the shoulders, the neck, and the back, we really want to be mindful of how the neck is in position. And then from here, you can keep the arms long beside you, palms down or up, or you might take them out wide. Pardon me. If your body is willing and you feel comfortable with it, you can even take the arms overhead. Now this, when you go overhead, you do want to feel that the arms are supported, that they're not dangling in space. So this might be a good place to bring in a small pillow or something of that nature. And so the arm that had the procedure is still a little snug, a little tight. So I'm going to provide a little extra support by taking my opposite hand underneath that forearm and or bring in another prop. And then you come into stillness. You can keep the eyes open or softly downcast or close them. Take a moment to scan through your body. Notice if you might be clenching or contracting, holding tightness. Send your breath there and let it release little by little. Just a gentle release. But anytime something becomes sharp, stabbing, or burning in pain, please release the pose, take yourself out of it. If you have one leg extended, this would be a good time to inhale, that knee bends back up. Exhale, extend the opposite leg. And then come back to stillness. Notice your jaw, let it be unhinged and soft. Unfurl through your brow. Let your breath be full and easy. And if it feels comfortable in your body, let both legs be long as we come into our last 5 breaths. After your 5th exhale, inhale, knees bend. Bring the feet back to earth. Press into the feet to slowly lift your hips, slide your prop out, and gently bring your hips back down. Once your hips are on the earth, take a moment, let the knees wiper side to side. And then guide both knees to your chest. Give them a low hug in, softly rock side to side. Just a little massage. You can let the knees circle the ceiling. And then reverse the direction of your circle. And hug them in one more time. And then use bring the feet down. Use your body to roll over to one side. Press into that top hand to slowly bring yourself up. Good. And once you come up, now take a moment in a seated posture. Bring the soles of the feet toward each other. And then you're just going to lift and lower through your knees, little butterflies. So while we're working into our shoulders, our neck, and our hips, we also need some movement shoulder, neck, and back. We also need some movement in our hips. So with that, if you find that having the feet together is really uncomfortable, you can take a prop, place it under the knees. This might help make it more available to you. You can take the feet further away from you. They don't have to be up at the groin, right? So you can have them in close or you can extend them further out, whatever feels best for you. But because we are coming into the spine, we're going to move into a forward fold. So you can take a bolster if you have it, yoga bolster, but if not, a bed pillow. I'm going to use my meditation cushion just to bring the floor up to me more. And then I'll use this large pillow, floor pillow. And then use your exhale to hinge forward. Now be mindful as you come forward. You want to make sure that the pelvis is tipping forward. And if you're not real sure about that, you can always got all my props underneath me, but you can take one of these small pillows that I showed earlier or a towel. I'm going to use this blanket. It might be a little too thick. And you want something of some thickness, but not extreme, or no more than you need. And you'll take the edge of it right under the edge of your sitting bones. So sitting bones are those bones that if you were to sit on the floor and kind of wiggle, you can feel underneath you. The sits bones, that's what provides stability for you. So just bring that edge of your blanket or whatever prop you're using to the edge of your sitting bones, and this will help take the pelvis forward. Roll long in the spine, big breath in, and on an exhale, hinge from your hips. So there's a crease of the hip where the torso and the leg connect. In that crease is where you want to bend. There's a tendency for us to bend from the waist. This is moving from the waist. If we stay tall through the waist and then move through the hips, that's where we're able to protect our low back. And that'll be a safer place for us to be. And we'll actually get more value out of the pose. So when you come into the pose, find that place where you want to hang out. You can bring your hands into fists and stack them, or use other types of props. And then bring the forehead down if you're able, if the body allows. If not, hang out where you are and come back to your breath. Deep, slow, full breath in. And a full, slow exhalation. Noticing each breath in, how it fills the ribs, expands the belly, creates space in your low back. And then feel the sensations, embrace that melting of the body as you exhale, the softening. Again, if anything ever feels sharp, stabbing, or burning, please take your body out of the pose. Use your breath. Inhale to lift the torso, and exhale, extend the legs out long. Do what you need to for your body. Yoga is not a practice that lives by the quote, no pain, no gain. That is not our principle. With yoga, we have ahimsa, which means non-harm. And non-harm means toward our own selves as well as toward others. So really choosing to honor your body, to extend kindness toward yourself. These are part of ahimsa. And that's the principles we want to extend and live by on our yoga mat, and hopefully even off of our yoga mat. Last 5 deep, slow breaths. After your 5th, exhale, slowly inhale to bring the torso back up. Pause for a moment. Maybe exhale, chin toward chest. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale up. Opposite side. Inhale. And find that next inhale to extend and lift through the chin, keeping the shoulders down, lengthening the back of the neck as you stretch and open into the throat. With the neck extended, open and close the mouth to find a little more space. So it's a big ah and close. 2 more. And bring the chin back to neutral. Good, a little wiggle. We're going to stay here for a moment in a seated posture. You can move your props for a moment and bring the knees up, extend the legs, and give them a little pedal or little movement, just popping the knees up and down. Move through your ankles. So just roll, flex, and point, right? And wiggle through your hips. Going into cow face or shoelace, as we call it in yin. And my goal is to show you improvised props as much as possible. So instead of pulling out a yoga strap, I took a couple of pieces. So this is off of a tie off of a pair of pants that wasn't needed. And so I took the two halves, tied them together, put knots in the ends. This works great for a yoga strap. Another option would be to grab a hand towel. You can roll it if you want. You don't have to. And you can just take it to create an extension for connecting, right? So if your hands connect, when you take one hand over and one behind as I'm doing here, perfect, do go for that. But if not, then we want to use a prop of some kind that will help us with that. So come up nice and tall. We're going to do half of the legs, not the whole. Let me, sun is coming in. Close that. Sorry, buddy. So, of course, the cats like to hang in at the window and look out in the morning. But they'll get to that in a little bit. So we're going to take your, let's do it with your right leg. Bring your right knee up and then bring the foot across the thigh. Your goal is to bring your right knee as close to or on top of your left knee as possible. Let me get back on my little blanket here on the edge of my sitting bones. And then if you would like to prop this, you can always take a prop under that foot. It helps to make the pose more comfortable, whatever prop you have handy, right? If you need a prop under the thigh, you can take that as well. All right, so this will get us into our hips a little bit. And then for the arms, you're going to take the arm that corresponds with the leg that's on top. This is the arm that's going up and then is reaching. So that's the arm I had a procedure on. I'm not real sure that I'm going to have a lot of mobility there, but we'll all do what we can do, right? So take your strap over your shoulder, reach your arm skyward, then reach the hand behind you, and the elbow reaches toward the sky. Opposite hand, reach it out, turn the thumb down, then wrap it up the back. Grab your little strap, sit tall, and come back to your breath. And 5 more breaths. And if this is something that's feeling really well, feeling really good in your body, it resonates with you, know that you can always hit pause on the video and linger, stay with your breath, and then when you're ready, start the video. With yin, we typically, in a public class, we'd hold our poses anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. It's quite acceptable if the body is willing. You can hold a pose for up to 20 minutes. Not everybody should be doing that, but in the world of yin yoga, that is something that is available. When you're ready to release, slowly exhale, release the bottom arm. And then the inhale extends the top arm, and exhale, bring the arm down. You don't have to support the arm if you have the ability to lift and lower the arm on its own. All right. So moving your strap, second side, take the top leg down, give the legs a little movement, move your prop to second side, bring your left knee up, and then take it across. So again, the goal with time is to bring that knee on top of the other. So if you were to do full shoelace, your goal would be to have your knees stacked. All right, nice and tall. Inhale, taking your left arm skyward. Exhale, bend, grab your strap. Keeping the goal is to send the elbow toward the sky. Opposite arm out to the side, thumb down. Then wrap the arm up. Grab your strap. Sit tall. This is quite the effort for me. Come back to your breath. Your breath is your friend. So the more you bring your awareness to your breath and you focus on it, the more benefit you will receive in your poses. Just focusing on the breath coming in, filling up the body, creating space. And then allow the body to soften on the exhale. Five more breaths. Your exhale releases the bottom hand. Slowly bring the arm out. Inhale, extend, and exhale, bring the arm down. Good. Take a moment, roll through your shoulders. You can release your leg. And reverse that circle, shoulders. Good. Take arms across the body, stack one under the other, it doesn't matter which. Either bring hands to the shoulders or intertwine the arms. This is what we call eagle arms. And you can take just a regular easy seat here. Guide the elbows away, lengthen the neck. We'll just be here for 5 breaths. Feel your shoulder blades slide down your back, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. We want the neck long. And exhale, unwinds the arms, slowly reach them out, take them down, wiggle and roll. And we'll take second side. This time the opposite arm is on the bottom. And I will just take shoulders for this one. Find that length in the neck. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Shoulders are down, right? We don't want to let them crawl up. Pull them down. If it feels right, you can take the elbows further away. You can drop your chin. A couple more breaths. And exhale, slowly release. Good. Wiggle that out.
And we'll finish our practice with a supported fish pose. This is really nice for stretching the muscles of the chest and allow us to lengthen the throat, open up the throat space, and keeping the neck supported. So let me move into an angled position here where you'll be able to see the chest and see how we prop the body. Let me take this. You can use a variety of props for this. It can be a blanket like we used when we were doing our supported bridge. It can be a block or one of the pillows like I showed you earlier. I am going to use this blanket just like I did earlier for the bridge pose. So just take it, roll it up. It's sturdy, but it's soft, so it feels good. It goes underneath the heart. So you want it right along the spine and you want it underneath the heart space. So that's where I'm going to place that. Now I know that when I do that, I'm going to want my head supported. So the crown of the head needs to either be the head needs all the way down on the earth, on the floor, or you need to bring a prop underneath you so that the head is not dangling. So we don't want that. Let me just place that up there. And again, I have that cushion that I'm going to take under my legs. And you can do the same. It can be a bed pillow, whatever works for you. So if you're using something hard like a block, you need to be mindful that it's not under the ribs are not on it, right? So just be aware. So as you come down, you can see the torso is long. I have that prop underneath my ribs, under my heart. And then I'm going to extend the spine down, being mindful of how everything feels. No sharp stabbing or burning pain. And then having a prop to bring the head onto. From here, the arms can be long beside you. You can take them out to the sides, turning the palms open. Or again, you can take them overhead. Remember, when we take our arms overhead with yin, we want to make sure that they are fully supported and that we're not creating any impingements or discomfort. Our goal is not to create more pain and impingements. Our goal is to open the spaces in the body that get contracted and stagnant. So this is your supportive fish pose. You let the jaw be easy. The eyes can be softly downcast or closed. And just coming into that place of rest. And we'll be here for just 3 minutes. Come back to breath. If it's more comfortable on your back, you can keep the knees bent, the feet on the earth. If you're doing that, you might take the feet wide and let the knees drop in toward each other so that they're supporting each other and you don't have to physically hold the legs. You can keep the legs long, straight on the earth, or you can use a prop under the knees as I was doing. Just know there are options. When you lengthen the legs, then we're creating space in this hip crease. It's where our psoas muscle is. It's the muscle that connects the torso to the legs. And it gets contracted so much of the day when we're in a seated posture, sitting at a desk, sitting in a car, sitting on the couch or in a chair. So when we can lengthen it, that really helps to create the opposite effect of contracting. It gives it length. And a tight psoas can actually lead to some back pain, hip pain. So just being mindful and giving the body what it needs. Last 5 breaths.
After your 5th breath, bring the arms in close to the torso. Take a moment, move through the ankles if the legs are long, bend the knees and bring the feet back to earth. Bring a hand to the head and inhale, bring the head up, support the head, and draw the body over to a side. You can take your time and stay on your side in what we call fetal position, or you can go ahead and press your body up to seated. Looks like my light is going out on us. Pretty dim. I'm sorry about that. The lighting seems to be going out. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not working. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to charge it after last night's Yoga Nidra. Try to put a little light on my face. So anyway, that was a brief yin yoga practice in which we focused on our shoulder, neck, and back. And stay tuned. We'll probably come back and do some more. The yin is probably my favorite type of yoga to experience as well as to teach. And then, of course, Yoga Nidra guided rest that we do here at Cat Lady Yoga is also very healing and restorative to the mind and the body as well as the spirit. So check back. There will be frequent videos. I do these as I can for you all. And if you'll hit the subscribe button, then we can always make sure you're aware of a new video when it's posted or anytime I go live. So thank you for stopping by. We wish you a beautiful and kind day. Let that kindness start with yourself. And there is Phoebe. It's bath time for her. And Snuggles is all chilled back there, having filled his belly with breakfast. Thank you so much. Namaste and Meowmaste. Bye-bye.